Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Okay, great. We have to listen to Pete talk again. Um, this is probably going to be the most talking I've done in one of my videos, so be prepared. I'm going to start off a series of videos about what I'm going to call composition exercise number 1. So if we think about composition as breaking down the essential elements of a musical composition, we have first the sound, which can be defined as the key or pitches that we're using. Texture, how thick or thin the orchestration is, whether it's monophonic, polyphonic, any of those sorts of things. The duration, which covers the length of the piece in terms of time, talks a little bit about style and tempo. The form of a piece, which can be simple, well-known forms, could be making your own form. The timbre, or the instruments that are being chosen, the ensemble that's being used, and dynamics, which are, I think, self-explanatory, whether it's going to be loud or quiet, whether it's going to start loud and go quiet, any of those sorts of things. So, to apply all of those elements to pieces that you may be familiar with already, something like Je ne Petit number 3 by Eric Satie is in, roughly speaking, A minor, and usually about 80 beats per minute, putting it at about 2.5-3 minutes long for solo piano. It's fairly limited range. It's not the full range of the piano, and it's fairly openly arranged, fairly sparse, versus something like Threnody for the Victims of Hiroshima by Krzysztof Penderecki, which is 8 minutes and 37 seconds for 52 string instruments, and it's more sonoristic, which means that it uses things like tone clusters and aleatoric pitch and very densely very dense textures, a lot of stuff going on. And out of the classical world, something like Taking Care of Business by Bachman-Turner Overdrive, which is typically about 5 minutes long. Obviously, orchestration would be for some version of a rock band, drums, bass, couple guitars, keyboards, approximately 126 beats per minute, and what I'm going to call a C blues rock kind of tonality. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be putting up a couple examples of myself completing this exercise by picking elements from the list and making fairly straightforward choices. So, I'm not going to necessarily pick an instrumentation of button accordion and bari sax with a 12-bar blues form, but in an octatonic scale. I'm going to be picking things that are more standard. However, feel free to leave comments about your favorite choices for any of those elements, and I'll see if I can put those in as well, realizing that this is going to be put up towards the end of April 2021, but I will follow those and may add more at a later point. Thanks.